YouTube, what's going on? Thank you guys for tuning in once again. I've never done this yet, so I want to say, first of all and foremost, thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. Thank you guys for the support. And thank you for those that are just watching in general, looking to get some kind of information out of this, or entertainment purposes, or just want to better your trucking career or your trucking knowledge in general. So, again, thank you. All right. So, what is your perspective on how much you will make when you first come into trucking? All right, that's the question. I mean, bluntly, what is your perspective? How much do you think, as a rookie, you're going to make immediately coming into the trucking game? I can tell you, from my experiences, and only mine, can't go nowhere else with that but just mine, I can tell you what you may make. But nah, you might not believe me, because then you'll be like, oh, well, that's just prime. That's, he don't know what he's doing yet, and, he's not really talking about nothing really out there, and no way, that can't be. Or can it? Well, I guess you gotta wait to find out. As always, stay tuned.
Get when you loving on me. I don't wanna die for them to miss me. Yes, I see the things that they wishing on me. Hope I got some brothers that outlive me.
Now, what can you make out here as a rookie driver while trucking? Okay, well, I'm not going to get into the long-winded end of it. I'm playing, I am. But before I do that, seriously though, you guys, we got to keep in mind that when you first enter into the trucking industry in general, we are nothing but little pups out here. Okay, we're being trained and molded to the kind of drivers that we need to be safe and deliver freight on time and get back home to our families and keep those other families safe as well. So, with that being said, you're only going to make so much, okay? So, you're going to have your rookie pay, and then as time goes along, the pay scale will increase. We all know that. Now, me speaking from a prime perspective, which is the only perspective I can speak from, okay? Me speaking from a prime perspective, I would have to say that money's alright. Now, when I say alright for me and what's alright for somebody else is two different things. So, when I say alright or alright, however you want to put it, when I say that, I look at it from a perspective of how many hours are we actually doing per week compared to a normal 9-to-5 worker? Okay, so a lot of us come out here for trucking because we don't want to be the norm 9-to-5. We don't want to get up and have to go sit behind a desk, be that suit and tie guy, or that somebody being micromanaged over the shoulder guy or gal for us women, for the women that are out there. So we come out here to trucking for a different lifestyle, totally different lifestyle, and we would like to pay to compensate the lifestyle that we live. Okay. Now, when you're out here, you have to understand, once again, you're getting rookie pay. You are pups out here. We're learning. You're not going to get veteran pay. You're not going to get trainer pay. You're going to get rookie pay, which is what we are. Okay? So, let's go ahead and talk some numbers, shall we? Now, let's talk numbers. Okay, so let's go ahead and just say that you make, as a rookie driver, you're making $1,000 a week. Okay. Now let's not get too excited. Let's not get too mad, because 1,000 is before taxes. So now we're gonna start taking some taxes out of that thing. Okay. So let's say through Prime, from taxes and your deductions at first, because you will have stuff that you have to pay back. I feel that any school that you go to that you go and get a free program with, and you don't pay money out front, out of pocket, you're going to have to pay back. That's just what it is. Suck it up, deal with it. It is what it is. Okay. So when you start getting paid, when the deductions start rolling out, and if you're on a CPAP machine like I am, then that's a little bit more deductions coming out your check. It is what it is. Okay. So from $1,000, we're not going to sit here and do no exact tax numbers and percentages and whatever. We're not doing all that. Okay. We're just going to be mindful of it. And let's just say out of $1,000, let's say you take home $750. You know what? Never mind. I'll be generous, and let's just say you take home $800 a week. Okay. Take home $800. So, again, let's just say you take home $800 a week. Okay, minus that $800 is what actual goes into your pocket. Now, some people will sit there and say, "Wow, making $800 a week ain't bad." Okay, as a rookie driver, you start off at, let's say, making $800. Okay, and that's me being generous, because we all know that if you're in a rookie with that Prime, you might not be hitting those numbers. Now, this is not going to go towards whatever deductions you have and whatever independence you claim, and that's not what we're doing today. Okay, we're just going to talk about pure numbers, and just to give you guys an idea that when you come out here, it's a little different. Okay, so let's say, again, start off with $800. Okay. So, and I'm looking to my left because I got a calculator here. I'm not a math genius, so numbers just don't pop out at me like that. So, all right. So let's say we're doing $800 a week. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and divide that. Okay. So $800 a week, all right, is our paycheck that you're going to get to take home in your pocket. So when I say let's divide this, let's stop and think for a second. All right. I thought. Now, when you think, we're going to go backwards into a different field when we do this math, because I want you to see both areas on how that works. Okay. So let's take a normal 40-hour work week, the normal 9 to 5, the suit and tie guy behind the desk, the guy with the micromanager, that guy. Let's take that $800 divided by 40. Okay. That's what, $20 an hour, basically, right? So that's $20 an hour for that guy. Okay. So the suit and tie guy, 9 to 5, behind the desk, micromanager, comes to work, don't like their job, tired of being there, tired of being talked down to, tired of being held accountable for things that are not in their control. But guess what? You made $20 an hour. You're that guy. You're that go-to, yes, we gonna blame you when we want to guy. It is what it is. Okay? So you're that guy. Okay? So, with you being that guy, you're working 40 hours a week, going home nightly, morning, afternoon, whatever your shift runs, to your family, to your loved ones, and if you ain't got none of all that, to your bed. Every night you go in there. Okay, every night. Now, so you make $20 an hour, 40 hours a week, $800 in your pocket by end of the day. Now, the reason why I say we're going to do $800 because, to me, granted, you can take your gross and divide that by whatever. I get it. All right, I get it. But that's not how I want to look at it. I want to look at it as what I earned to be in my pocket. The $800 is in my pocket. So to me, I worked for $1,000, but I only got 800 of it. So how much am I making an hour off of the money that went into my pocket? So, my nose itching. So, that being said, we're going to talk about truckers now. Okay? Now, we all know as a truck driver, you don't work a normal 40-hour work week. Your schedule is sporadic. It's hectic. It is uncalculated 9 times out of 10. Now, what we do know is that we work 7 days a week. We don't work 5 days. We don't work 4 days. We don't work 6. We work 7 days a week, night, day, afternoon, however you want to spin it, we work it. Woo, we work it. Ain't no way around that, okay? Now, here's the thing, though. When we're working all those hours, 7 days a week, we normally, let's say, are up on duty, I would say, 10 hours. Okay? So I say 10 hours we're normally up, 10 hours we're normally working. Maybe some of you guys do 9.5. Again, we're not going to get into the little small fine numbers of hours that are worked. So 10 hours of numbers that we're going to go with. Why? Because you have a 70-hour clock to work off of. That's how I look at it. So therefore, 10 hours you're on, 7 days a week, 10, 7, 70. Sounds good to me. Easy math. Okay. So if we're making $800 a week, most of us that I know of, again, maybe some truck company out there is different. Most of us get paid every Friday. All right. And most of us, week over week is from week start to week end is Tuesday to Tuesday. Okay. So $800 a week, divide that by 70 hours. Okay, so if we made $800 in a week, divide that by the many hours you had to work that week to get that $800, which is 70 hours, because you worked about 10 hours a day. Granted, some days less here and there, but you can't not do more than 70 unless you're working off for recaps. And that's a different video. But for this one, we working 70 hours a week. So, 70 hours a week, according to the calculator, that's going to give us $11.43 an hour. So, we're making $11.43 an hour out here as a rookie driver, if that's how you want to do it. So, who's better off? Is it the suit and tie guy, behind the desk guy? Behind the micromanager over their shoulder guy? Behind the it's all your fault no matter what you say guy? Or is it the truck guy? They don't have the 9-to-5 job. Nah, get up when you're ready. As long as the load there on time, who cares? Get to the shipper. Enjoy. Sit back. If you got a TV, watch it. If you got a game system, play it. If you got time, hours, to catch an Uber somewhere, who has it better? That's for you to decide, not me. My purpose is to let you know that you make $11.43 an hour on a 70-hour work week. That's how I look at it. Now, is the 40-hour guy $800 a week, $20 an hour, making more with less hours? Absolutely. Of course. We're working 30 hours more than he or she is just to reach the same amount that they're making. So we doing 30 more hours of work to produce and earn the same amount of pay that they are making in a 40-hour week. Now, some of us may look at that and say, hey, for those 30 hours, you're free out here. You do whatever you want. You get out here, drive, see the country, meet different people, go do whatever you want to do, eat if that's your thing, whatever hobby you got, stop, take pictures. You want to stop, fly some drones, do a little boat racing, go around and see in museums, whatever your thing is. You have the freedom to do it for 30 more hours a week and for $11.43 an hour. You can do it. Now, is that worth it to you? Does that sound like a salary where rookie drivers are making a lot of money? Are we out here, as they say, getting bags? Are we out here making buku dough? You tell me. But I'll tell you this, though. You have a lot more freedom than you do working behind that desk. You do. Are you making more? Sure. Okay. With 30 hours more a week, divide that by 70 hours that you have worked. Of course you're not making more than a 40-hour person making the same amount you're making per week. Come on now. It takes you 30 more hours just to do what they do in 40. So, I just want to let you guys know that when you come out here, it ain't going to be what you think it is. You're thinking as well, truckers make money. In the long run, you can make money and set yourself up to become, financially stable in a good position. Once you put time in the game, absolutely, without a doubt, yes, you can do that. This is the industry for that. But when you first come into this industry, when you got to give that year, that sacrifice, when you got to, go out there and be on your own and make it and all that kind of fun jazz, you ain't making that much money, man. It's first time out here. What do you expect? So you just keep that in mind when you guys decide to come out here thinking that you're going to come out here and get rich quick. When you come out here thinking that, I'm going to pay my bills off easily. I'm going to get out of debt in the first 2 months. This is nothing. It don't work that way, man. Don't work that way. And unless you got some grand scheme or plan, then let me know. Drop it in the comments. I want to know what I can do in the first 2 or 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. That's going to get me much as somebody who's been in the game for 4, 3 years, 5 years, 6 years. You let me know. Because you got to put time in to see the benefits. Like any other job. You go into an entry-level position, you're not going to make as much as the senior heads of that corporation. If you go in an entry-level position, you're not going to make as much as the senior heads of that corporation. Put your time in. Do your research. Know how much a rookie driver make. We ain't out here balling, but we on our way. We on our way, though. Again, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Have any comments, drop it in the field below. I will get to them. Until next time, y'all stay safe. Watch them roads. And if it's snowing, man, slow down. It's better to arrive alive than not arrive at all. Till next time, y'all be safe.